Welcome back to Learn with Peps. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Pepe Chobadejo and I am your tutor for today. Okay, so in today's class we'll be learning how to find the TIN of any company in Nigeria using just their name. Allow me to run you through our course outline for today. We'll be starting with a bit of introduction and storytelling. We'll move on to learn what is TIN, how do I get a TIN in Nigeria and why is it even important. Then we'll go ahead to answer the question, what are the difference between TIN and taxpayer ID? A lot of people find this very confusing. Then we'll go to the main gist of the entire tutorial, how to search for TIN of any company with just their name. Start by telling us a very short story. So my friend Amaka actually reached out to me yesterday. So she called me on the phone and she was sounding very worried. So I asked her, that's not the usual Amaka that I know. And I was like, what's going on, Amaka? What's the issue? And then she told me that she got into trouble with her CFO. I was wondering, trouble with your CFO, how? Because the last I checked, this was someone that was very diligent on her job. She dots all her I's and cross all her T's. She's very detailed. So she calling me to say that she got into trouble with her CFO was very strange to me. So I went ahead and I asked her, what happened? What did you do? So she was like, the CFO was carrying out a routine check on all their subsidiaries, and she's like the head of accounts for her own subsidiary. And when the man was going through the accounts, he noticed that they had like a withholding tax payable of over ₦1 million sitting on their account. And this is just a small business, and the man is someone that is very tax compliant. He always makes sure that they file and remit all their taxes as and when due. So it was like, Amaka, I thought you told me that we were always filing our taxes every month. So where is this liability? Why do we have a liability of this huge amount of money on our balance sheet? Why have you not settled the withholding tax? And she was like, yes sir, truly we've been paying the withholding tax for the vendors, but there are some vendors that don't have their TIN, and that's the reason why I could not remit their withholding tax, and I had to leave it in our books as liability. The CFO obviously was not impressed with the answer, because he was like, what have you done so far about this? Have you reached out to the vendors? Have you called them? What have you done? Because any moment from now we'll be having a statutory audit, and then this is not a good enough reason. You are amassing penalties for the company, you are amassing interest for the company. The tax authority would not agree with you, or they would not be lenient with you because I could not remit because I could not get the TIN of a vendor. As a matter of fact, you're even supposed to have a vendor onboarding form where you are going to request for your vendor's tax identification number even before you start doing business with them. Do you understand? So she was like, okay, and that she had actually sent emails to the vendor. She has called some of them, but she was not able to get the TIN. It's either they said they would get back to her, or their number was not even reachable. So she reached out to me and she was fretting because the man had given her a timeline to make sure that those withholding tax, all of them were being filed. And I said, no problem, Amaka, I got you, and I'm going to show you how you can actually get the TIN of any company that you want in Nigeria with just their name. So stay with me if you are like Amaka and you really want to learn how to do this. So just stay here and we're going to get to that. In case you're wondering, what is TIN, right? TIN means tax identification number, and this is a unique number assigned to every registered taxpayer in Nigeria, whether it is an entity, whether it is an individual or a company. If you're a registered taxpayer, you're going to get a tax identification number. Now, the tax identification number is a very unique number that can be used by only that person that has been registered with that number. Now that you know what the TIN means, you're probably wondering, how do I get my TIN in Nigeria, especially if you're a new business? So there are two ways for you to get your TIN in Nigeria, whether as an individual or a company. So the first method is, this is the year 2023. Whenever you register your business with the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, by the time you're getting your certificate of registration, it comes with your TIN, your tax identification number. So you don't have to go through any extra process. The minute you register your business, whether as a business name or as a company or whatever the case may be, you get your TIN alongside. That's the first method, right? The second method is, if you registered your business before this new strategy, or should I use the word strategy, before this new collaboration between the FIRS and CAC, then you might have to go to any closest FIRS office to you and then just request that you want to get your TIN. It's that simple. That way you understand how to get your TIN. You're probably wondering, what if I decide not to get a TIN? Is it that important? Yes, it is important for you to get your TIN, and these are the reason why. The first one is, you would need your TIN if you're trying to apply for a government loan. They would definitely request for your TIN. Number two, if you want to open a business account, they would request for your TIN. Number three, if you want to pay your taxes, you would need your TIN. Questions a lot of people also ask is there a difference between the TIN and the taxpayer ID? So let me start by saying that let's start with who issues the TIN and who issues the taxpayer ID. So the taxpayer ID is issued by the Lagos State Government, the LIRS, the Lagos State Inland Revenue Service, for taxpayers, individuals, entities, companies in Lagos State, while the TIN is issued by the Federal Inland Revenue Service for all registered taxpayers in Nigeria. So your taxpayer ID is for Lagos State tax remittance, while your TIN is for federal, is on a federal basis. It's just like we're comparing your NIN and your LASRA in Lagos State. You know your NIN is on a national scale, like whether or not you are in Lagos, whether or not you are in Abuja, you have to get your NIN, while LASRA is just for people that are in Lagos State. I think this is the simplest way to explain it. To the main gist of this entire tutorial, which is how do I get the tax identification number of a company with just their name, right? So all you need to do is there are two simple steps that you need to follow. The first one is go to your Chrome or whatever web browser you're using, then type in search.cac.gov.ng. So that's what I'm just going to do now. This is my Chrome. I come to my Chrome and then I type search.cac.gov.ng. So I click on go and then I wait for it to load. It's loading and then it brings you to this particular page. Now what we're trying to do is let me first of all explain the process behind this. We want to get the TIN of a particular company, but we don't even have their registration number. So the first thing we need to do is there's a website on FIRS where you can search for the TIN of any company using their registration number. But remember that we don't have their registration number, we only have their name. So we'll first of all go to CAC website, input their name and get their registration number. Once we have their registration number, we go to FIRS website, input their registration number and get the TIN. I hope you get the entire gist now. So this is where we are currently. We are on the CAC website. So let's assume you got an invoice from a company called Expand Global Industries Limited, and for some reasons they didn't quote their TIN on their invoice and you need to search for it. So the first thing you need to do is come to the CAC website, which is search.cac.gov.ng, and input the name of the company here. So we're starting with Expand Global Industries Limited. Once you're done inputting the name, you click on search. After inputting the name, you can see the details of the company. This is their location, this is their RC number, so which is their registration number, which is what we need. RC. So what you need to do is just copy out that registration number or you write it down somewhere. So for this we have RC 843637, right? Then the next thing we need to do is go to open a new tab and search for FIRS team verification. Just type FIRS team verification on your search box. So once you click on go, you see this particular URL, click on it, then here you are. So this is a page by FIRS where you can verify the TIN of any company using their phone number, their reg number, or even their TIN, right? So since we don't have the phone number, we have the registration number now, which was what we got from the CAC website. So we'll come here, select the search criteria. What are we using to search? We're using the RC/BN number. Click on that. What's the value? So you click on the RC number that you wrote down earlier. So we have RC 843637 and then you click on search. You see, you have all the details that you need: the name of the company, their TIN, their RC number, their JTB TIN, their tax office, the phone number, and the official email address that you can reach. So all you need here is your TIN. You can go ahead and copy the TIN and use it for your tax remittance.